Yo, what up, man? Chris, I'm checking back in, man. Back with a blog, man. Make sure that like button, that subscribe button, anyway, and I appreciate all the support, man. Back with another Van Chronicles. I'm in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Shout out to everybody in Tulsa, man. I don't get a chance to get up here to Oklahoma too much. I don't even know a lot of people that live in Oklahoma, but shout out to everybody in Tulsa, Oklahoma. But I want to do a blog about this Gnome Impact, man. There's been a lot of announcements. They just announced adverse funds. You know, they got busy on the last, little 2-on-2 joint with URL. They got busy. So they just got announced. That followed the Geechee Gotti and Tay-Rock announcement, which is kind of interesting. I think that could be very electrifying with them two. I ain't gonna lie. You know what I'm saying? You know, Geechee did a 2-on-2 with B Dot, and that shit was fire also. So they could be kind of crazy. I'm not gonna even hold you. They could definitely be kind of crazy. So I don't know. We're gonna see how it plays. But one person who is not fucking with the card is this nigga Goodz, bro. This is what Goodz said, man. Shout out to Goodz, man.
Gnome Madness are the two. Gnome and Summer Madness are the two biggest cards in battle rap. Gnome and Summer Madness are the two biggest cards in battle rap. Those cards should never be touched. If you want to experiment with other cards before those cards, and you want to figure out things to do before that, and throw events and figure out if this event is good, and make up new names and do all that, do that before Gnome and Summer Madness. Gnome and Summer Madness should not be touched. If you're gonna make something double impact, make it double impact. Right. Don't touch Gnome or don't touch Summer Madness. We want to see Summer Madness and we want to see Gnome. Those cards are the biggest cards out. So do I agree with what is it called? A Gnome Impact? No. Honestly, to me, that's trash. Just my opinion. That's it. I'm not gonna hold my tongue. I'm gonna say how I feel all the time. Gnome Impact to me is trash. Keep it as double impact. Move on and do a Gnome or do a Summer Madness.
That's good. Speaking his mind on the whole Gnome Impact. I don't really feel like Gnome Impact is trash. I'm not a crazy fan of 2-on-2s, if I keep it real with you, because I'm more like the 1-on-1 battles. I can determine who is better than who. I know double impact and stuff is kind of like an entertainment battle. It don't matter really who won. One person can carry the other. They can write together, all this kind of stuff. So in a way, I don't really learn anything from it. It's just like, okay, they got busy on the stage. But they've already combined a Summer Impact with the Summer Madness kind of thing. So I don't really know what's Good's angle or why he said it's not the first time it's been done. Good's like they did Summer Impact, which was basically a double impact in the summertime, and it was basically who was it? I think it was Mook. That's when the Bridge fight, when the Mook and Bridge joint jumped off. I think that was a Summer Impact. So this has already been done. This is really nothing new. So I'm not really quite sure why you're really complaining, because it's been done already. Unless you are complaining because there won't be a Gnome. And I do think that is a big deal. Now, don't get me wrong on that. If URL has replaced Gnome with Gnome Impact, then that's a big deal. I ain't gonna front. That is a big deal. I feel like URL needs to do Gnome Impact, spin the block, and come back with Gnome, and then come back with Summer Madness and dominate the summer. You know what I'm saying? Like they normally do every year. Now, if they are not doing Gnome, if they going from Gnome Impact to Summer Madness, that's kind of a big deal. I'm not gonna even hold you, because you don't want to substitute the 1-on-1 big grudge and big battles for a 2-on-2 that don't really shift the culture like that. 2-on-2s don't really shift the culture. So it's kind of like, do Goodz know something that we don't know? Like, is URL not doing Gnome? Because URL is kind of in a position where even if things are not always up and up, they have to always appear to be number one. Like, to me, URL currently is the number one league in battle rap. I know RBE is on the heels. I know as of right now, you know what I'm saying, which is what, May 15th, As of right now, URL hasn't done the biggest battles up to this date for this year. It's been Chrome with the Easy and Hitman, and it's been the Mook and Big K event. Those battles have been bigger than anything URL has done. So URL has to still do their big battles, which comes in the summertime, and they gotta appear to be the biggest league. So anytime you're not doing something like, oh, okay, we're not gonna do free caffeine anymore. We're gonna charge you money to watch the caffeine now. Okay, now we're going to not do Gnome anymore. It just looks like shit is not right with the company. And you don't want to get that impression, bro, because niggas will run with that shit all day long. It don't matter if you readjusting, realigning, saving money, do whatever. To them, it looks like you're declining. And you, as URL, you cannot decline. You know what I'm saying? People ain't gonna want to see that. So right now they got Gnome Impact. And the only reason why I think Goodz is kind of bugging on it being trash is that from what I'm hearing, they have some unusual matchups, bro. You know what I'm saying? I know a couple of them. I don't know all of them. They have some unusual matchups. We already saw Lou Castro and Jazz earlier this year. We saw Shunero early this year. So there's a possibility maybe they could be back on the card. I think last time it was like Swamp and Geechee and then Easy and Rock. Obviously, you know, that's not going to be the case. It will Swamp have another partner. But there's some new partners and new matchups that I'm hearing about. And it's just like, wow, they actually teamed up. And one of them is A-Ward. I'm hearing A-Ward probably is going to make his debut. And I can't wait because there's been all this talk that A-Ward cannot cook on a URL stage. Oh, that shit gonna be different when he come over to URL and surround some real niggas. You know what I'm saying? That Bible thumping shit ain't gonna work. All that stuff niggas be saying. I can't wait for A-Ward to cook one of these URL artists on a URL stage. I don't want to hear. One of my closest homeboys I talk to be like, man, A-Ward nice, but he ain't done it on URL. So I can't wait for that to happen. And I'm gonna tell you who they should match A-Ward up with, because I'm hearing it might be A-Ward and Loso. I don't know. I ain't talked to A-Ward. It's just rumors floating around that A-Ward might be making a debut. And if that's the case, then it just lets you know how much URL just is trying to make a splash. Like, oh, we just gonna bring A-Ward out on a 2-on-2, even though we wasn't fucking with him. We gonna do something. What about A-Ward and Loso versus Verb and Young Ill? A-Ward and Loso versus Verb and Young Ill. Tell me that shit would not shake up the culture, bro. You cannot tell me that would not shake up the culture. I heard Loso say he want to battle Young Ill. I interviewed Young Ill. He said that he fuck with Loso, he would battle him. Okay, you got that. Verb think he can smoke A-Ward. Ain't nobody gonna pay for it. And A-Ward think he can smoke Verb. So you kind of get it in a 2-on-2, and if it comes out being fire, it can parlay itself to possibly 1-on-1 battles. And I feel like if that was a battle, you can't tell. I don't care where it is on the card. That will be the most anticipated battle on Gnome Impact, is the return of Young Ill and the introduction of A-Ward on URL. Man, y'all niggas better call Young Ill, man. I got Young Ill number in my phone. Do I need to call Young Ill? I could get Young Ill on Nome Impact. P, call me right now, man. I could get that nigga Young Ill, man. I could get Young Ill on Nome Impact. You know what I'm saying? I can get Ice Pack back, man. Shout out to Ice Pack, man. Bring Ice Pack back with Verb, man. I don't know what y'all got to do. I don't know what kind of money y'all got to pay, man. Bring Ice Pack back. I think that'd be dope. But there are some other matchups, some other duos that you really wouldn't. You'll be like, oh, so and so is matched up with so and so. Like, it's kind of like, wow. So obviously the pay-per-view is $50. How y'all feel about that? It's $50. Not on that 25 shit. And then not on that free shit either. Not none of that free, not none of that 25. $50. You know what I'm saying? $50. FIDDY 50. $50. You know what I'm saying? They got 20, Double Impact is like $20. You know what I'm saying? That's a lot of flight hotels to come to Atlanta. A lot of flight. Av don't live in Atlanta. Tay-Rock don't live in Atlanta. Geechee don't live in Atlanta. Jazz moved out to LA. Is she on the card? Who else? You know You know what I'm saying? A-Ward don't live in Atlanta. None of these niggas live in Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of money to fly these people down here to Atlanta. $50. $50 to watch the pay-per-view. How y'all feel about that? Don't be out here being cheap. You know what I'm saying? Don't be out here being cheap. $50 to watch the pay-per-view. But yeah, that's what's going on, man. How y'all feel about that? Is Goodz bugging? Now, I can't front URL. You trying not to do a Gnome, that ain't a good idea. I don't know who sat in the boardroom and said no Gnome. I hope that there is a Gnome. Please let there be a Gnome. You know what I'm saying? We're not trying to replace 2-on-2s with Gnome. Please let there be a Gnome. But if there's a Gnome, then I don't really know what Goodz is tripping about. It's already been a summer impact. What's the big deal with a Gnome impact? So I don't see the problem. You know what I'm saying? We got to sometimes give leads the benefit of the doubt and try to not bash so much, man. You know what I'm saying? Maybe URL got something up their sleeve. At least let it play out. At least let the card be announced. It might be a fire card. I mean, Goodz probably know the card. I can't front. Or, Goodz, you couldn't get a partner. Goodz, could you not get a partner? And that's why you mad you not about Gnome Impact, because Clips didn't want to do it. You wanted some bread? I don't know. I'm just making up shit. That could be it. I ain't gonna lie. Clips and Goodz would have been dope too. But I'm not tripping Goodz. You know what I'm saying? I'm not tripping unless you know something I don't know, and there will not be a Gnome. If there's a Gnome, hey, we'll take a Gnome Impact and a Gnome. I ain't tripping. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to them niggas. I kind of want to see the matchups now. I kind of want to see the matchup. P, if you watching this video, sometimes you be sneak watching my videos and shit. Call Young Ill. Call Ice Pack, man, and to bring this nigga out with Verb. Call that nigga Young Ill and bring this nigga out, man. Chris Unbiased. Let me know what you think. Subscribe to this channel. Holla at your boy.